Just giving everybody a minute to allow yourself to figure out if you want to stay by seeing what the energy feel like before you come into it. Before you come into it. Because there's a lot of things going on in this energy field, in the force field of this energy. I want to begin by declaring and decreeing a manifestation in and a manifestation through the frequency of love, not only in my life, but into the lives that I speak to today. If change the only constant, then change gonna be the closest thing to God that we get to know God through. Stillness and abundance, love and light, health and wholeness. Stillness and abundance, love and light, health and wholeness. Stillness and abundance, love and light, health and wholeness. Sometimes it takes 3 for you to hear it the first time. Where do I begin? I'm feeling the purge too, y'all. I'm feeling the purge all going on in my life too. Y'all ain't by yourself. With that being said, the worst thing we could do is ignore what it's showing us. And that's important to acknowledge, because a lot of us not happy, not only by ourselves. A lot of us ain't even happy in the company of others that we find ourselves in the company in. And in order to be happy around or amongst anything, any place, or anyone, we gotta be happy within. And your happiness is gonna start in your healing. But as I was saying, a lot of us not happy by ourselves, don't know how to be alone or by yourself, and not happy with ourselves. We have to put on a face. And for some, we have to put on a different face according to what company that we coming into contact with. But we have to put on a face for the world to see, instead of confronting and facing the things that we know we need to deal with. I think it's better to be able to smile and really know that you're smiling, to be able to laugh and really know that you're laughing. And the reason that I point that out, because there's a lot of damaged people, meaning stealing the product of the things that damaged them, trying to teach people. And I'm a firm believer in don't try to teach me nothing if you're still damaged. It don't mean I can't learn from you. But if you're still damaged, what really is it that you got to teach me other than the byproduct of the damage that you've undergone? We got people spreading the damage more than spreading the healing. Spreading the damage more than spreading the lesson. We gotta practice what we preach. Frequency check Friday, so I might be triggering a few things today. So if you came to get triggered because you really want to put this work in on yourself, then you're in the right place. I salute you. And I love you. And I love you for that stance. Because hating on y'all is like hating on myself. So I have no other reason to do this than out of love. At least I got the memo. We went from counting on each other, family, to counting on the money. I said we went from counting on each other to counting on money. How do you juggle that? If you divine, how do you juggle that reality? How do you juggle that reality? We went from counting on each other. For those of us who come up under certain households with certain backgrounds, roots, and upbringings, y'all know what I'm talking about. We went from counting on each other to in 2023, now all we count on is the money. But if you're a divine being, you have had to figure out how you was going to juggle them worlds and stay true to the reality and the purpose that you came here to do. What's the life of an angel like? What's the life of an angel like? If you're an angel, you probably have brought yourself to questions like this, or at least you're starting to. See, most people didn't know I was from out of this world until I was out of their life. And in that moment, that's when they knew what the life of an angel is like. Self-management. What do I mean by self-management? Watching our temperaments at this time. We got to be able to shift with the shifts. Shape shift as the shape shift. So self-management is important for your stress management, because any type of stress is weakening your spirit, it's weakening your soul, and it weakens your body. So self-management is stress management, family. And self-management means just that. Self-managing. And what that means is, it's not your job to manage. It's not your job to manage the emotions of anybody else. That takes too much work, and it's too much work. And you'll never get the job done enough to be successful at it. Ground yourself. Self-management is stress management. I was reflecting on elementary school. More so I was reflecting on elementary school, middle school, and times where we've been given work assignments and we're expected to turn in those assignments. Sometimes the teacher surprised the whole class and she stopped and make it a class activity, and whatever the assignment that was done was pertaining to. And she gives everybody an opportunity to come up to the chalkboard and show your work. How many of y'all used to love that opportunity? I used to love the opportunity to be able to come up to the chalkboard and show my work. Why is that important? You may be wondering, why am I bringing that up as a topic of discussion? Show your work. Because we're in a time where it's easy to be deceived. It's easy to be tricked. And Halloween was a few months ago. And it's easy to be trapped in the intellectual property of some bullshit, or more so, the intellectual property based on the knowledge of somebody else that you really can't apply in your own life. So this is why I teach in the format that I do this today, because through the things that I be sharing and emanating, you can't help but look at your life, even if you don't want to, or just simply not come across this page. See, I'm not here for most of the things that people in these type of spaces be in the space for. But everybody sound intelligent, and it almost sound like everybody got an answer to the problems in the world. But how does that work for you? How can you show the work based off knowledge of somebody else? How can you show the conclusions based off the work that you have been done if your life not already speaking for itself based off the principles, disciplines we have already applied in our life? See, if you're not in competition with nobody in secret, then we're not in competition with nobody in public. Our life gonna speak for itself. Hating on you is like hating on myself. Why did I repeat that? Because we need to get that memo. Am I mean because I have boundaries? Or let me ask you this question. Are you mean because you have boundaries? People may see you that way. Why did I ask that question? Devil person? Because having boundaries don't mean that we mean. And most times when people don't like the fact that we have boundaries or that we saw a need to make boundaries, it's only because they can't play us no more. They can't mistreat us no more. They can't misuse us no more. They can't manipulate us no more. Or whatever the case may be. It's Friday the 13th. We gotta watch the Jasons and the Freddys. You hear me? But it means really just that. It just means that people can't use you for their own intentions, motivations, and purposes. And that's a good thing. Especially when you care about yourself, when you love yourself. It ain't supposed to go no other way. My point is, don't play mind games with mind games. Recognize them enough to love yourself through them. And put a stop to the bullshit. Because if I don't accept my own bullshit, what in the world would make you think I'm expected to accept yours? And that's the type of attitude we gotta have. But more so, that's the type of space we gotta live from. So in the places that we live in, it radiate that same royalty. It radiate that same majesticness. It radiate that same high vibrational quality of life that we really enjoy finding ourselves in. Because it's energy. It's not things. Now some people may think I'm petty for the different things that I point out. And that's okay. Because I realize I'm always only petty when I'm telling the truth. Ain't that some shit? I'm only petty when I'm telling the truth. I'm only petty when I'm giving somebody something to look at that they've been avoiding. You see? That's how myself felt about myself till I started being willing to look at what myself was showing myself. A lot of us find ourselves in situations where people feel we petty because we gotta speak truth to and about certain things. And that's okay. Recognize what it show you. Because one thing about truth ain't scared to stand out because they know how to stand alone. Somebody will catch you. If people don't appreciate your energy, please stop giving it to them. Because I know what it's like to feel like you don't know if people love you or hate you. I know what that's like. I know what it's like to feel like you don't know if people love you or hate you. And that's coming from the people that's supposed to love you. They don't even know if they love you or hate you. That shit be so, you hear me? That shit be so, you hear me? Fair weather friendliness. You know? Because I was wondering, was it just me? Or do y'all be feeling like that too? The people who love you, you don't know if they love you or hate you. At the same time. Ain't that some shit? It's Frequency Friday, y'all. Pay attention to your downloads. Be aware of the conversations that you're having with yourself. They matter more to you than they matter to me. And they matter more than the conversation you have with me. Pay attention to the conversations that you have with yourself. Be cautious of being told things that will cause you to let your guards down when you know things ain't, when you know something ain't right. These are just things to make us think or give us confirmation to things we have already thought about. Remember, when we can't make light out of our own darkness, we become heavy-hearted. So in all this light that I have to extend, this is my life after death. Stillness and abundance, love and light, health and wholeness. Love y'all, family. Thanks for the new subscribers. I see y'all. Thanks for the likes, shares, comments, donations, Cash App, $, SAIWOODAGOD, Sawu the God. I appreciate those who make purchases with me. I love y'all, family. Stay covered and protected throughout these next following days. 1.